everybody, welcome to the Counter Therapy Show. I am your host, Haneef R Jordan, and today I'm truly excited because I have one of this musical genius. Yes, I said it, Dreebo.
Shut the fuck up, bitch, you backseat driving. We don't ask questions, know the vibes when we mobbing. 2 beats, send them to the dentist like Robin. Niggas won't talk, but niggas ain't sliding. Shut the fuck up, bitch, you backseat driving. We don't ask questions, know the vibes when we mobbing. 2 beats, send them to the dentist like Robin. Niggas won't talk, but niggas ain't sliding. Niggas won't talk, but niggas ain't sliding. 2 feet, send them to the dentist like Robin. Bitch, you in the back, don't tell me how to drive it. This is my plane, nigga, I'ma be the pilot. When it's your plane, you can fly how you like it. I built my name by myself now. I don't want fame, want the wealth now. You can't come around, you can't help now. My back been against the wall. 10 toes, I've been standing tall. Will you be there if I fall? I know you come around when I go get it all. Ooh, yeah. Niggas got suggestions on shit they don't do, yeah. Bitch, shut the fuck up, use a backseat driver. Shut the fuck up, bitch, you backseat driver. We don't ask questions, know the vibes when we mobbing. 2 beats, send them to the dentist like Robin. Niggas won't talk, but niggas ain't sliding.
On my show, we've met off of Instagram, and I love his one of his songs. My favorite that I'm playing all the time is "Shut the F Up." I don't want to, just in case some kids are listening, but it is a dope song. But he has many more, and so today we're just gonna dig in and talk about really your commitment, because he spent a whole year in releasing music every day for a year. Now tell me that ain't dedication. Let's get into it. What inspired you to do that?
Honestly, it started from an interview that I saw with Gary V.
Yes.
And Nipsey Hussle, and they were in the studio, and they were just talking about like the future of music. And Gary V kind of was like, one day there's gonna be like a big artist who just does a song a day for the whole year, just 365 songs. And this probably was in like 2017. Yeah.
I think I remember that interview.
Yeah, so this is like 2017. So I kind of like saw that then, and I always had I felt like I could do it. When he said that, I was like, damn, I think I could do that. Like, I think I have the ability to do that. And then I never just committed on the actual idea of it. And then the pandemic came, the world shut down, and in the midst of the pandemic, I'm like, damn, I should have been doing it right now. Everybody just on their phones, this would have been the perfect time.
Yeah.
So come the tail end of the pandemic, maybe like November, December, I was like, I'm gonna just do it. And then going into 2021, January 1st, I committed to it.
And I mean every day. Because I follow you, right? And I was like, dang. And then I'll be quoting, some of the, some of the bars, and you got bars.
Appreciate it.
But what I love is is the dynamic things that you do. You don't just, have the bars. You be singing on it a little bit. You rap. I love that about you.
Appreciate
but you
that.
still stay true to yourself. What motivates you to stay true to your art? What I love about you're not conforming to anybody else's idea of what you should be putting out.
Sure.
You're doing what Dreebo wants to do.
For sure.
And that sets you apart.
Definitely.
So what motivates you to do that?
I just think that's who I am. Like, I think I've always just been me in whatever setting I'm in, like whatever environment I'm in. I think growing up in LA, like there's gang culture out here, a lot of different types of cultures. I was never really immersed in that, even though it was around me. So I just kind of always been that guy who always was going to do what he do.
Period.
Yeah.
No
matter who felt what about it or whatever influences there was, I was always just going to do me.
Do you think that has to do a lot with your upbringing and the parents that you have?
I think so, a little bit, because my mom is super independent. I think I get a lot of that from her. She's a little rebel in herself, and I think part of that is me being a rebel. It's like, I don't want to do what everybody else doing just because. So I think part of it is that, and part of it is just my makeup. I think that's just who God made me to be.
And I love that because you have, what is that other song that you sent me? And I never forget the name, but it was good because we was listening to it, me and the staff.
It might be Self-Care, probably.
Self-Care.
Yeah.
That's
one
it.
Of the newer ones.
That's going to be a
lot
hit.
of people like that.
No, I love that one too. Because you really are talking about.
Yeah, literally.
Literally self-care.
For sure.
And what's so unique about it, I don't hear a lot of men talk about that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I keep saying, God, he keeps setting himself apart.
Yeah.
You know, like just
It's
different,
important.
anointed to do something different. And I think your music doesn't just I mean, I'm 51 years old. I'm on it to be your mom. Right? Well, sort of, kind of. Well, depending on what time I would have had, you know what I'm saying?
Still would have to be early, but
real early, but you know what I'm saying. But when I'm, you know, someone in my generation, but also because I have young adults, they like your music.
No,
so I have a 20-year-old and a 21-year-old. They like it, so it's where it's becoming universal, where we all can understand it.
Definitely.
And you weren't afraid to express that in yourself. You know, self-care.
Yeah, for sure.
The new one that's coming out. So I can't wait for that to blow up too.
Man,
you know, my favorite, you know, because I'm from the hood too. You know, I'm from this area. I love Shut the Fuck Up.
Nah, that's a joy. I like
that's a real
a lot of people like that. That's what most people know me for, that record, for sure. So.
But I want them to know you for more, because even though I love it, right? Like it's something I can, you know, cruise with and or sit back, have a glass of wine with. I do like all of your other music as well.
Appreciate
and so we want to highlight. You're not just like, I don't want to put you in a box, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I love that song. It's amazing. The self-care is amazing too. But we ain't gonna talk about the other fire that you have when you put out every single day in that year.
There's a bunch of,
I mean, I was quoting, I can't remember all 365, but
I can't even remember all 365.
And I mean, God, like, how did you like get to the studio to do that? Like, what's that process look like? Because you're literally creating a new song every day.
Yeah. It was draining, to say the least.
But you didn't give up, though.
Nah, I didn't. It was kind of like, I've always been like, back to my upbringing and my mom, like I've always been independent. So I kind of early in my career stopped being dependent on needing a studio or studio time or producers, etc. So I kind of like created my space within my house to be able to create. So that kind of what even made it possible, having a studio in my house.
To be able to do everything that you love.
Yeah, so that just wake up and go there. You know what I mean?
That takes discipline.
Yeah, for sure. But just having that space available allowed me to even possibly do that.
What would you say to new artists that want to use those excuses? You know, I don't have the studio. I don't have, you know, the connections.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays.
But you got you and your skill.
Yeah, nowadays people making songs on their phones. Like, I got young homies who send me songs all the time. They literally made them just on their phone. And it's just like, so
to
it's
push
like,
yourself out.
Yeah, so it's like you can make a song with whatever you got, and then that could lead to an opportunity to make a song with more resources.
How has your music impacted your life and your new opportunities that you're exploring right now?
Greatly. I mean, everything. I'm here talking to you through my music. You know what I mean? I just recently got off of a job with Paramount, just making a bunch of music for TV and film.
Like, you better go ahead and get them.
It's a bunch of different opportunities that come and have come through the music. So it's just like everything you see that I have going on.
But it's from your talent and dedication. I hope you see that.
No, for sure. I definitely put in the work.
I watched it. I watched it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I watched it every day. You had a new something out, and I think I just love your work ethic.
Appreciate that.
Because how easy is it for us to get comfortable at home? Now you have the studio, but you know, to talk yourself to go actually in the studio instead of still laying in the bed, maybe flipping through a little TV a bit, and then you look up, it's 9 p.m. and you still hadn't got nothing done.
Exactly.
What make you just say, you know what? No. You know, I just love that you're doing it for you first.
Definitely.
Because it's your gift, it's your dream. How is it having, because you're married.
Yes.
And having a supportive wife.
It's everything.
With someone, you know, like, because you're doing this, you're dreaming it, but it's good to have someone that at home that can support you.
Yeah, for sure.
What does it look like for you?
It's everything for real, because it's like confirmation, and it's also just that extra push, because it gives you the motivation to make sure that you get everything you want out of this thing, because it's bigger than just me too, you know what I mean? And then also just that help of knowing that, like, I don't go home to pressure, or like, you know what I mean? I go home to belief, peace. You know what I mean? Like, she know I'm doing the right things with my life, and she know that the investment she made in me is gonna come back tenfold. You know?
I'm a living witness.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I think we want to paint marriage so bad all the time. I mean, that's all we hear because in the news, but there's some beautiful aspects of it. And I like that you're private too. I think a private life is a prosperous one.
It's a balance, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
Meaning like it ain't everybody's business about your marriage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
sure.
my business is my business, which is my music. So yes, we can, explore that all the time, but they don't need to know about everything else because that's how it keeps us safe.
Definitely.
You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Let's talk about the journey of your parents because I can't wait to go eat.
Yeah,
Okay?
we definitely got to double
We
back.
gotta go eat. And, give it a shout out to the restaurant. I hope you guys go there, taste the food. Hey, let's keep them booked and busy, okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about your parents. Where are they from?
Yeah, so my mom, she's from Raytown in Kingston, Jamaica.
Jamaica. Whoop,
Yeah,
whoop.
you know
No.
so
I tried it.
Then my dad, he's from the country in Jamaica. They migrated from Jamaica to New York and then New York to California.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they started a restaurant almost like 40 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and then split. My dad kept running it, and my mom went back. I came back once I graduated college and everything. It's kind of been helping out since. Yeah.
See, I told you I could smart me.
Yeah, for sure.
What you go to school for?
I went to school for technical communication.
Oh, that's good though.
So it's kind of crazy because I never really understood. At first, it was just like communication, and then with the school I went to, they didn't really have a communication degree because it was a science and technology school.
Yeah.
So then they only had technical communication, but it kind of worked out because it just taught me how to be like clear and concise with my wording and my message and getting across it. And
what you're doing now.
Exactly.
And it's funny, like you don't think, but then later on, but the fact that I also love the fact that you're an educated black man as well. For yourself. You feel me?
For sure.
And that's beautiful to see. I love to see that in our community, really. I really do. But I love that your parents, that work ethic is something else because it's not easy to run no restaurant.
It's tougher than a lot of people know, for sure.
Yeah, because a lot of restaurants fail in the first three years, you know?
For sure.
What type of restaurant is it? I know they Jamaican,
yeah,
but you know.
Jamaican food, just up and down the board. So we got everything from like the national dish, which is ackee and sawfish, to like jerk chicken, oxtails, curry goat, everything.
Yeah. I've been craving oxtails for like a week. You understand me?
Yeah, the oxtails, that's the crowd favorite right there.
Oh my God.
Everybody loves those. Really? For sure.
Tell us the name and where is it located?
It's Natural Art. It's located on Washington and 5th Avenue in Mid-City, LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we got to go there, y'all.
It's actually not too far.
Not too far from here, too. No, Don't play with me. we got to go eat. We really eat after this. So make sure you give me that information, the address.
Sure, I got you.
So I know you have new music that you just sent to me. Is there any more new music, and how can we find you? Because I know I follow you on Instagram, but you've done a lot though. You've collaborated with some people. Yeah. So we ain't even talk about this. I didn't do my homework.
Yeah.
So let's talk about who you collaborated with.
I've worked with Larry June, The Alchemist, Budgie, E40. Who else I worked with? I worked with G Perico.
I'm an E40. I'm an E40. You know,
that one was a dope one.
That had to be a dope.
That was a dope one because I spent a lot of time in the Bay too. So I've embraced a lot of their culture. I feel like a lot of the Bay culture and feel is in my music too.
Yeah, it is. Now that I think about it, shut the fuck up. It's definitely.
My producer, shout out to the Census, they who produced that record and produced a lot of my album. They from the Bay too.
Okay, so, I can hear it.
Yeah, so me, that's my whole thing. I be trying to bridge the gap between the Bay and LA because I feel like we the same. We just don't know it.
We are. Yeah, I've worked up there. And lived there for a couple of years too. Sure. Yeah, so but I'm an E40 fan. Okay, same. For sure.
So that one was dope to be a part of. Just because I was actually like in London when I got the call for that record, and it was really God because when I went to London, I was debating if I was gonna bring my equipment to record. And then I just decided on the last minute, I was like, I'm going to just bring it. Why not? I might feel some inspiration and want to record something. And then literally, as I landed and I'm driving to the hotel, I got the call to do a hook for that song. And luckily, and I was in London for 2 weeks. So I had to have my stuff available to
be able to even do it and then send it.
Yeah. So then I did it in the hotel in London. and sent it back.
And that's what I'm saying. Your perseverance and your professionalism is really admirable. I hope you see that, because a lot of people just don't anymore have work ethics is the word I'm trying to search for. And I see that in you. I mean, like I said, the dedication to put something out every day for a year, it actually inspired me, because I'm like, if I could put out a video every day for a year of interviews, where would I be?
Yeah.
And a lot of us just ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean?
It's hard to do anything every day, so for sure.
But you did it, and it got you noticed. And then just to hear, not even notice, I think you already were making moves that people just don't know about. That's why I brought up the collaborations and the things that you're doing, because you've already been in the business doing you. How was it in London when you went to London?
It was cool. I liked it.
A lot of people don't travel.
Yeah, I actually I dodged COVID through the pandemic and then caught it out there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was like, so they kind of ruined the back half of my trip, but I did like it out there. I definitely would want to go back.
Go back.
Yeah.
Where, if you could travel anywhere in the world that you've never been, where would that be?
Ooh, Africa. Yeah, I want to go to Africa.
That's one of my, I gotta go there.
Yeah, that's why I like London too, though, because it's so close to everywhere else.
Yeah.
Like, you could get to Africa in like a 6-hour flight. Like,
really?
because it's just so close.
So close.
Yeah, you can go to so many different places just from London, like Spain and all these different Paris, all these different. It's like, it's like, I don't know, I just like that, because it's like over here, we're going to take 16 hours to get somewhere else.
Like too many hours.
Yeah, so I like that aspect of that.
Okay, I have my last question. If you could tell your younger self, your younger 12-year-old self, something like great advice, what would that be?
Damn, my younger self.
Because I feel like young men, 12 is when things start changing for you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't see your greatness. You know, we want to mimic everything else, and you don't really see your greatness. I mean, there's some that do, but that's rare.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Everybody's not Daniel in the Bible. Daniel was 16. Everybody's not walking that walk, right? But if you could look back, because you've lived now, you're married, you've traveled, you've done some of the things that you wanted to do in life, what would you tell your 12-year-old self?
Yeah.
12-year-old Dreebo.
That's a tough one, because I want to tell myself, 12-year-old self, to do his homework. But then,
look at that part.
If I would have done my homework when I was 12, that would have changed my whole path, and I probably wouldn't be
where you are now.
Yeah, so that's a tricky one. I would probably just say.
Actually, you just said it. You just said it. Because there is nothing you want to tell your 12-year-old self. Your 12-year-old self is like, you didn't do your homework, but look where you are now.
Yeah.
See, sometimes we think things should be changed, and sometimes not. The greatness was already there. You wasn't supposed to do all of that other stuff, because God had a different path for you.
For sure.
And although our parents at the time couldn't see it, they thinking you're rebellious or whatever. No, because God probably had you on such a different thing. They did their part.
For sure.
So I don't think anything that you want to say. That's just my perspective.
No, I probably would just, if it ain't that, I would just say, try everything.
Yeah. That's good.
Just try everything.
And don't be scared to do it.
You never know what you're good at. You never know what you like most. So try everything.
That's good. Well, thank you for being on my show, Dreebo. But we're going to do some more. I would love to have you come back and perhaps really perform for a little small audience.
That would be dope.
Something intimate. I think you will be amazing.
We can definitely do that.
Yes. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I am your host, Haneef R Jordan, and until next time.
I can never wait. When the sun shine, make it shine forever. They gon' wait for me to fail, but I only get better. They gon' wait for me to lose, but nigga, I'm gon' win. Gotta do that shit again, that's the position I'm in. You know I'm the truth, I could never lie. I'm already legendary, I could never die. Downfall, know that's always gonna be televised. They want me to get a slice, I need a better pie.